Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a very good problem from the topic ratio and proportions for your CAT 2026 examination. Let's look at the problem. The problem says a father wanted to divide some amount among his three sons. The three sons were A, B, and C, and he wanted to divide that amount in the ratio 3 ratio 4 ratio 5. But by mistake, what he does it that he divides the amount in such that the ratio are 3a equal 4b equal 5c. So he divides the amount in this way. Okay. So we need to find who was in profit and who was in loss due to this mistake. And second, we need to find if C got a difference in amount of rupees 546 due to this mistake, find the amount which was okay. Fine, we'll solve this later. First, let's try to solve the first part. Now over here for these ratios, I hope you guys know that this and this are not equal. And in order to solve these and get them in ratios, what we'll do is we'll divide them by a common multiple, right? So let me just write it over here first. So we have been given that, let me write, so in actual, the ratios to be divided were 3 ratio 4 ratio 5. Now this can also be written as A by 3, B by 4, C by 5, right? So basically if you want to write A ratio B ratio C, this is 3 ratio 4 ratio 5. But by mistake, what has happened is, by mistake he divided it in the ratio 3A 4B and 5C. So now first we'll have to get this particular thing in this ratio, right? So to do that, what we need to do is we need to divide it by a common multiple, which in this case is 20, right? So we'll divide this entire thing by 20. Therefore what we'll get is, let me write it as 20. So what we get this as, this becomes dividing this by 20, we get, I'm sorry, not by 20, we'll divide this by 60. Right, so 4 into 5 is 20 and this 3 is also equal. So LCM is 60. So dividing this by 60, we get A by 20 ratio B by this thing cancels and goes 15 times, C by 5, this thing will go 5, 50, 12. Right, so from here we get A ratio B ratio C is 20 ratio 15 ratio 12. Okay. Now what has been given to us is that what has been given is that this was the actual ratios that we had to divide in, and this is the ratio that he divided by mistake, right? So we need to find who is in profit and who is in loss. So for that, first of all, let us see how much actual amount they should have got, right? So in actual case, A should have received 3 by 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 12, right? So 3 by 12 of X, which is the total amount, right? B should have got, let me write it more clearly down here. So actual versus mistake, we'll write it for A, B and C. So in reality, A should have got 3 by 12 of X, but how much is he actually receiving due to the mistake? So due to the mistake, he's receiving 20 by 20 plus 15 plus 12, right? So this becomes 20 by 20 plus 15 is 35 plus 12 is 47 of X. So actually he should have got this much, but in reality, due to the mistake, he's getting this much, right? Similarly for B, we can calculate the same thing. So for B, 4 by 12 of X was what he should have actually received, but by mistake, in reality, he is receiving 15 by 47 of X. And similarly for 3, he should have received 5 by 12 of X. What is X? X is the total amount that was to be distributed, right? And in reality, due to the mistake, he is receiving 12 upon 47 by X. Now over here, to compare, what we do is we always try to compare 1 upon something. Okay, this is how we compare. So if we do compare like this, it's very easy to compare ratios. And over here, we don't need to find the exact number. We just need to find who was in profit, who was in loss. So if actual is greater than mistake, right, in that case, we can say that the person is in loss. And if the mistake amount is more than the actual, we'll say that he's in profit. So let's try to find it for A. So over here, if we solve it for 1 by, if we try to get this 1 upon something, so this becomes 1 upon 4, right? And over here, roughly this will become 1 upon 3 point something, right? Because 1 upon 2 is 40. Not sorry, 1 upon not 3.5, 1 upon 2.5 something, right? This would be 1.2.5, right? 1.2.5 or 2.6 or 2.4 doesn't matter. I just need to write a rough number. Now I know denominator for this is bigger, therefore this number is smaller, right? And this is bigger. So over here I can say this is greater than simple. just pardon me for this, but over here I can say that by mistake A has got a larger amount, right? That means he is in profit. So I can write profit. A is in profit. For B, if I try to calculate the same thing in similar manner, this is 1 by 3. Over here, this is also 1 by 3 because 15 times 3 is 45. But this is slightly larger than 45. So this could be 1 upon 3.1. Denominator bigger. That means this is the smaller value. So over here, we can clearly see that actually B should have received a larger amount, but he received a smaller amount. That means he is in loss. Similarly for C, if we look at this, this is roughly 1 upon 2.4 or maybe 2.4 because 5 3 is a 15, 5 2 is a 10. So 12 is somewhere between it's less than 2.5, right? So it would be somewhere around 1 upon 2.4. And for 12 upon 48, this is 1 upon, it goes roughly 4, right? So denominator bigger, that means this is the smaller value. So over here also, he should have received a larger amount, received a smaller amount. That means he is in loss. Okay, so this is how we find which person is in profit, which person is in loss. A very good way to compare ratios. Now let us look at the second part. Second part is very simple. I know you guys have solved this problem. So similar problems. So I would request you to pause and solve the second part on your own. Let us look at what this problem says. So it says if C got a difference in amount of rupees 546 due to his father's mistake, find the amount which was to be divided. So we need to find X. Okay. And what we have been given is that difference between this and this. Yeah, difference between this and this is 546. Yeah, this has been given to us. So 5, but so this is the second part. So we have been given 5 by 12 minus 12 by 47 times X is equals to how much? 546, right? Yeah, 546. So if we try to solve this, what we get is 47 into 12. Over here, this is 47 times 5. This becomes 235. How? Because so 47 into 10 is 470. Half of 470 is 250, and half of 30 is 15. So 250 minus 15 is 235, and this would be 12 into 12, which is 144, right? 12 square times X is 546. So over here, if I write, this becomes, this is for 191, right? Because 91 times X upon 47 into 12, 546. Now this thing get cancels roughly 6 times. Okay, exactly 6 times, not roughly 6 times. So from here I can get X as 47 into 12 into 6 is 72, right? So upon solving this, if I solve this, I get this answer to be as 3384 rupees. Okay, so this is the solution. I hope this problem was helpful. If you like this video, do give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more such content. Thank you so much.